this week on Turd Talks.
Even still, yeah, with my favorite artists, I'll play their album maybe one time through or a couple of times through. And then there's new music coming out or there's something the next week. And I'm like, all right, I'm just going to listen to this new music. And sometimes it gets lost in the shuffle.
It's not
Doesn't matter how big or small you are. It's just, yeah, it's unfortunate.
Do you remember what he used to do in the bathroom?
The aerial shit?
Dude!
Come on, bro.
Yeah.
You be going in and then you just see him sitting there. He's like, what's up, bro? I'm like, what the fuck?
Up there, like,
his
You were
legs
kidding
hanging
me.
over? No, not kidding.
I mean,
not
So this
shitting
is like
you.
the third person I know to now tell me this story,
It
so I
was
really
an
believe it
aerial
now.
shit. It was a definite thing, like all the time. For those of you who don't know, the name is IDeaL. I got the same mindset. Just call that shit my equal. Got a swag like you never seen. It's only going up. Used to worry about them haters. Now I just don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
The little turd emoji.
Oh, yeah, that's in case you get stressed at all during the episode. We have that there for you.
I just
you
need
know.
one at all times. So I'm gonna have to grab one of these from you guys.
Yeah, man. Take a turd. That's why it's there. No one's taking it. And that's what it's there for.
I love it.
Yeah.
It's there for the taking. So,
Mhm.
yeah, put that in your pocket.
There's our merch.
Thanks.
Yep. So, first of all, welcome to
Thank
Turd
you.
Talks. Thank you for
Yeah.
coming.
Thank you so much for having
for
me.
our special holiday episode here. You're a rapper, singer, songwriter, and you go by IDeaL Minded, right?
Yes, sir.
Very cool.
Yeah.
So how did that name come to be?
Wow. So yeah, I came up with. First, it started off as, believe it or not, that wasn't my first rap name. My first rap name was Knockout, and that was simply because I was wearing a Tap Out shirt. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
I was like, okay, I got to switch something, you know. But IDeaL came about because my initials are, my name's Isaiah David Leonard. So IDeaL, you know what I'm saying? So I thought IDeaL, why not? Normally people do the play on words and they'll switch it, do a number, do a letter, but
Play on words. That's what we're
Turd Talks, I
you know,
love it.
TED Talks, Turd Talks. You
I
know.
saw that and I was like, this is gold, and I hope that, you know, I
A
wish
lot
you
of
guys the
people
best for this.
surprisingly
It's gonna
don't get
take
it.
off.
They're like, turd spelled with a U. I'm like, I know. It's a pun, man.
I thought it was the funniest thing in the
Thank
world.
you.
but
Thank
yeah,
you.
you
for
got
sure.
it.
Yes.
So
but
I like
yeah.
it. It's a cool name.
Thanks, man. Yeah, it's kind of like it's my moniker, right? You know, and then I added the minded afterwards because I just have conscious lyrics. I like to think, you know, I really try to grasp, you know, what I think are the realities of like human emotion, because I try to find like commonalities between human beings, and I'm like, okay, what is that? And I'm like, we all go through emotion. And regardless of like what the situation is in our lives, we all feel the spectrum of emotions, right? Like we all go through the same thing. It might just be a slightly different story. So I'm like, if I can capture the essence of like how I feel on a day to day, not necessarily like I went to the store and I fucking did this and blah, blah, blah. But I'm like, you know, I'm really in pain. Like I'm feeling this, and, you know, this is hurting me and this is why, or this is making me happy and this is why. You know, I think that is more relatable than anything. Because not everybody does the same thing, but everybody goes through the same emotion doing different activities from day to day.
Right.
You know,
We're all human beings
Yeah.
on this rock flying through space, right?
Yeah, we're just trying to live life and be happy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think that's the goal. Yeah. So, and it's also kind of like an ironic name, right? Because nobody's perfect, right?
Right.
Like we all, like, in one sense or another, not necessarily strive to be perfect, but like we all want things to have the best possible outcome, the most optimum outcome, right?
Yeah.
So it's like kind of like just funny like that. Like I'm still going to strive to do my best, even though I know that it's not going to be perfect. And like I've spent so long chasing perfection, like especially as a younger like teen, and I just wanted everything to be perfect, especially growing up here. Like I always felt like I had to be on point like all the time.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
And I wasn't. And I'm not still. Like I'm the furthest thing from perfect. Like if you guys know me, like, you know, you'll know that I'm definitely the furthest thing from perfect. But
I definitely had a similar thing in my head, you know, growing up, and even with songwriting, particularly, I always thought it was like, if the first song you write isn't like the Beatles worthy, then you're never going to do it. And it's like, you're never going to be perfect. It's something that you just keep doing, and perfection it's not attainable.
right.
It's just the doing of it and the enjoying, but they don't tell you that. They would say, be perfect, and, you know, do it this way, do it that way, and it's just not the way it really works.
Right. Yeah. Nobody started off you know, the Beatles didn't start off as the Beatles. They had to write their first song. Maybe nobody knew about what their first song was, but you know, it always seems like it's overnight.
Right.
Like
That's,
any
that's
form
what you
of success.
think in your head.
But it takes years and years of work,
Yeah.
blood, sweat, and tears, bro. Like, you know, you put your heart and soul into something, and like, you got to be okay with, as an artist, like not necessarily getting the feedback that you deserve necessarily or that you want to see at first, because it's just not going to happen. Like,
Right.
you know what I mean? But eventually, like, if you keep, my pops always used to tell me, if you keep throwing mud on the wall, eventually something's going to stick. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yep.
So I just like, I take that and I just like, I roll with it. I'm like, you know what? Nothing's going to be perfect, but I'm just going to put out everything that I do. And,
Yeah.
you know, eventually something's going to stick, you know?
And I also learned that like a lot of artists, bands, they just like you, they start out with a different name and a different band, and then they evolve again, and it's not till like the fourth or fifth band that something actually works. But in your head, you're like, oh no, they were just straight to, you know, Red Hot Chili Peppers or whatever.
Right.
But it's just it's
So
usually
true.
not that way. It's very rare that they just go straight to success or whatever that kind of means.
Yeah.
So
And that's different for anybody and everybody. I feel like I'm already successful. You know what I mean? Even though like I'm not well known, like I just still feel in my heart that I'm doing what I love, and that is like the biggest win. You know what I'm saying?
that's how we feel about Turd Talks,
Totally.
dude. It's
It's-
like we're not
I
a big
agree.
podcast, but like we're doing the damn thing. So
Yeah.
Exactly. That's what's important, man.
that's success.
You know?
Is you're actually doing it.
Exactly.
And a lot of people like to talk shit too, but that's because they're not doing it.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah. Yeah, sometimes you disturb people's spirit because, yeah, like you said, they wish that they could be doing something, or they really want to do something. And like, I encourage everybody to do what they love. And like, you know, that's what I try to portray. And that's what I try to give out to people is like, you can do whatever the fuck you want to do. Like, as long as you are dedicated and you're consistent with it, like, just do it. Who cares if it's one person, a million people? Like, just do it because you love it. Don't do it for the followers. And I hate that word too. Like, I hate
But that's
followers. Like,
today's
Yeah,
that's what it
I-
is. If you don't have 100,000 followers on your
that's the thing.
you know,
Apparently, you know
Yeah.
what I mean? But like, is it really?
it's
though?
how we rate
You know?
people's success in this world is fucking
Unfortunately,
followers,
yeah.
you know.
Mm-hmm. But I'd rather. I mean, Facebook. That was the one thing they had, right? It was like friends. You know, I like the idea of friends as opposed to followers. It's like I don't want anybody to follow me like that. Like, I
Yeah.
just want to be friends with people. I want to connect. Like, I want to network with people. But like, I don't know. I just always thought that was weird. But
That being said, please follow us.
yeah, exactly. You know,
Please subscribe and
we
follow us.
appreciate it. We appreciate it. You know, sorry to talk shit about followers on social media, but hey, no, I'm just trying to be as real as possible.
No, we talk shit all the time about, because I didn't do social media before this. I was never a social media guy, and I've learned a lot, dude. This last year, just having to constantly crank out these things, and like you said, it's all about the likes and the follows, and it can depress you
Yeah.
almost if you have an expectation of something, and you're like, I made a sick video, and it took me hours, and you put it out, and the algorithm just shits all over it.
Yeah.
It's like it hurts, you know. So once you let go of that shit, and you're like, I'm doing this for me because it's fun and because I like it, all that goes away. you
Yeah,
know?
absolutely.
Yeah,
So I encourage other people to just if you do shit because you like it,
yeah.
and fuck the followers.
That's the craziest thing about being an artist is like learning how to give zero fucks and all the fucks at the same time. It's
That's
like
it,
you care
dude.
so much about your art, but you can't really care about other people's opinions. You know, you just gotta keep grinding, bro.
And
You guys got this. I'm proud of you guys for doing it for this long. You know
Thanks,
what I'm
bro. And there was a point where it was like really getting to me. You remember, I was like, "There's nobody's following us.
saying? Yeah.
This is bullshit."
Yeah.
I was like,
We've all
losing
been
my
there.
mind a
We've
little
all
bit.
been there, bro.
And then especially
then-
sometimes when it feels like friends or family aren't being as supportive as you
Oh, yeah.
imagined, and like there's a many levels to it, and
There are.
yeah, and sometimes I would just be like, look, you know, like we got to pull ourselves out of this, yeah,
Remind yourself why you do it.
and like
It's
how
just-
lucky are we, like,
yeah.
woo, you know, and but it's so hard, it's so easier said than done.
Yeah,
Yeah, but hey, we're doing it. We're here. You know what I mean?
we're doing it.
You're doing it every day,
I
and
got
that's all we can do,
Got a Santa hat
which
on.
is dope.
I know, like
Love
how
it.
fun,
Happy
how
holidays,
fun.
Happy fucking holidays.
Oh, by the way, the Sebastian, I can't remember his last name, but the impressions that you're doing right now, bro.
Dude, thank you.
That was like spot on. I was like, bro, what?
Thank you, dude.
Yeah.
I
Yes.
appreciate it.
I
I've
really
been-
enjoyed that.
During COVID, I realized that I could sort of do impressions, and I didn't really realize that was a skill I had. And then so the last couple of years, I've been messing around with it. And
Keep going with that.
He
Thanks,
is
dude.
so
It's
good.
dope.
Like,
Sebastian, you're Sebastian. Yeah, that's one of my favorite ones to do.
oh yeah,
It's
you
great.
always are doing that.
Yeah.
It's great.
So we graduated 2 years apart
We did.
at Seacrest.
Yes, sir.
Does the Seacrest song still haunt your dreams?
It's so funny because sometimes I end up subconsciously saying it to people. I'm like, be the best you can be.
and then
And I'm like, whoa, wow,
yeah,
bro. Like,
yeah,
sheesh. Yeah, it
Yeah.
got ingrained, you know?
yeah.
What did
Yeah.
your life look like at the time with music while you were there?
I didn't even start writing music. I think the first rap I ever wrote or verse I ever wrote was I was 17. So I was like maybe going into my senior year of high school, and it was I was out in New Mexico visiting my cousin, and him and his friend rapped, and they just asked me to get on. But yeah, it wasn't really a huge part of my. Well, I can't say that. I just never noticed that it was in my life. Like I did chorus only my senior year of high school.
Interesting, yeah.
Choir was a part of my life, like church choir when I was like 6, but that was like age 6 to 12 maybe. And I felt like I didn't really get direction. It was just kind of like we're all singing together. You know what I mean? It wasn't like training your voice.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So like I never noticed, and I was always thinking like, damn man, like I don't have a skill, like I don't have anything that I'm good at, like necessarily. Like I'm just kind of an average person. You know what I'm saying? And I still am, but I'm just saying like I never had that passion or that desire for anything specific. And
Or maybe good at a lot of things, but not great at one specific thing.
Right,
You
yeah,
know, which just
yeah.
makes it confusing
I
as
was just,
hell.
yeah, mediocre as shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, dude, I had the same problem, dude. I
was
love
just
to
like-
do everything, but I wasn't like great. Like I like to play all the sports, but I was never great at one. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is what you know.
And can you ever? I can't finish the quote because you know what's that jack of all trades quote? Because there's more to the quote,
Right.
right? And I can't remember anyway. But it
Jack of all trades is a master of none, but sometimes better than a master
of one.
of one.
Yes,
That's it.
That's what it is.
Boom.
See, so
I
we got
agree.
Yeah.
I agree with that fully.
Yeah.
I
You know
tell
what I
him
mean?
all the time, like, you're just a genius at everything. That's amazing.
Yeah,
Like,
just to
that's a
be-
gift
to
in
do
itself.
a little
For
bit of
sure.
everything is the way to go. I think.
Totally.
yeah, I agree.
Because then when your one thing fails on you, you got nothing to fall
You
back
can't put
on.
all your eggs in one basket.
No, dude, that's dangerous.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
Yeah.
man, got a lot of scrambled eggs.
Yeah, dude.
But
Humpty Dumpty.
yeah, for sure. No, I don't know. Like, yeah, 17 wrote my first rap, and then I would kind of write after school, maybe in high school. I would kind of show people, but I was always that friend that burned CDs for people. I was always listening to music. I was always a super, super fan of music. You know what I mean? So I just knew that I loved listening, and I loved, just different bands or whatever. But I just never really correlated. And then college hit, and I did like a year, but I wasn't going to class that much. But I would just, I'd get bored, and I would just start writing raps and doing remixes of songs. And then I remember like when Drake was about to come out or some shit, like I heard congratulations, and like Lil Wayne was popping. Like I remember seeing him in high school, like at a concert with my friends. And I don't know, it was just inspiring. Childish Gambino, Chance the Rapper, stuff like that. And I don't know, it just kind of went from there, After I wrote the first one, they were like, hey, man, that was for your first rap, that was not bad. And I guess I just kind of went on validation at first because I didn't know what I was good at. So when people told me I was good at something, I was like, oh, shit, like that kind of felt nice. Even though now I'm like, bro, fuck validation. Like, I don't really believe in that anymore. Like, I just do it because I love it. But it did help in the beginning.
It's funny how one little like comment like that can go such a long way, especially when you're young and somebody says like, yo, you can do this, you're good at this. Like that can give you fuel for a year. I wanted to do acting for a while, and like one of my teachers came up and was like, I really think you're good or whatever. It meant a lot.
It does.
It's a big deal when
It
you're
really does.
a young impressionable fella.
That was the other good thing, I guess, about Seacrest, because they were very encouraging. No matter what
Yeah.
you wanted to do, they would always
true.
just be like, hey, be the best you can be.
Yeah,
Again,
the best you
but-
could be.
Yeah.
So do you think that like plays into part of the positivity of your music?
Definitely, bro.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I would say so.
Yeah.
I mean, there are a lot of factors, but I feel like it was a good foundation, I feel like my faith too was a good foundation, you know what
sure.
I mean? I give thanks every day. You know what I mean? Regardless of what you guys believe, like, or anybody out there believes, like, just for me, that was what kept me going, and that's still what keeps me going. But that's neither here nor there, whatever, it's just, I guess it's a little personal, but it is what it is.
It's all positivity, if
Exactly.
you know what I mean, like, because
Yeah.
faith can for some people not really be positivity, and so I like
true.
you got to focus in on that aspect of faith and whatever.
Hope,
It's like-
faith, positivity, all
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
I mean, I know a lot of people have been hurt by the church, but I would say, like, you know, you can't judge, like, don't let like human flaw dictate like your positivity or your hope or your faith or whatever. You know, you have to have your own relationship with yourself, or, you know, your higher power, or whatever you want to call it, because I feel like it's all the same. But like, just, you know, it's really important to dig in and search within yourself to find that peace and that happiness where you can actually get through day to day without judging or, you know, blaming other people for your problems. I used to do that a lot too. Like, I'd be like, oh, why is my life fucked up? Like, why is my family fucked up? And it's like, bro, the more I feed into that, the more I'm just going to see negativity. So I realized it's like, bro, instead of blaming anybody for my problems, I have to like search within myself. And it's still an everyday struggle. Every day I have to be thankful. I can't just be thankful one day and then just expect everything to be good. You know, even in my worst times or my best times, if I'm thankful, I notice it makes my life a lot easier. You know what I mean? Obviously.
Yeah.
So
we like to say living in gratitude. That's like a
Yeah.
new thing that we started kind of saying. And
that's dope.
Yeah.
yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. Yeah. We've been really in
It's
how
it's not
powerful it
easy.
is. Yeah. It is
It's
not
not easy.
easy,
No.
but it's a muscle that you can kind
Yeah.
of strengthen.
Like
And
anything.
yeah,
I love
definitely.
that. That's awesome. Yeah. Positivity, happiness, love, you know.
Yeah.
That's just something that I want for everybody, you know.
Mhm.
Everybody in this world, I really hope that they can find their thing or something that makes them happy every day, you know.
Well, it comes through in your music.
Thanks.
It does. Even without describing to somebody like, oh, this is like a positive type of thing, you just kind of get the vibe of positivity.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good then. I'm doing my job then, you
Yeah.
know.
Because I think so much music is negative.
There's a lot of
Just-
different kinds out there.
Even
yeah.
if you're
There's a
not
lot.
listening to the lyrics necessarily, it's just like some music's really dark or sad, and it's like happy music or positive music's not cool anymore
Right.
or something. And I always love happy type of music.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And-
Like Paul's my favorite Beatle. John is like the sad one, but you know what I mean? I like Paul because he's the happy Beatle. That's my type of
100%.
stuff. So I like music that makes you want to like get up and move and smile and like have a good fucking day.
Yeah.
Because I think that music's kind of been pushed aside a little bit.
Especially now that we're older, right? Because I remember being a teen and I would listen to, you know, rock or whatever. And even if it was sad, I was like, yeah, I feel this teen angst, you know,
Yeah.
type of thing. And so,
Yeah.
like, it is beautiful that we have music for every mood. But yeah, like, as I'm getting older, I'm definitely leaning more towards positive type of music because it's so important just keeping your mind, like, fortified. You know what I mean? I think that's
Yeah.
the most important thing. With whatever we consume, we have to watch it, bro. And sometimes I don't. And I definitely notice a difference now. I'm more aware of it now, and it's so important. So
yeah.
that's
Just
cool.
like what you eat. You
Even
know what I
that.
mean? Like
Yeah.
same with
Mhm.
what you're watching on social media. It's like it affects you in the same way.
Everything.
For sure.
I used to be really guilty of only listening to extremely sad, emotional
It's true. It's
music.
like the stuff that just makes you want to bawl. And
I
like
couldn't
curl up in the
stop.
dark.
Yeah.
Take a bath.
Yeah. And it was, I noticed, I was like, I am just like emotionally gutting myself like every day in the car, every day when I wake up, in the shower. Like it was just constant. And I don't know what it was, but finally something inside of me was like, maybe start listening to some better
Feed
stuff.
your mind some good positive vibes.
Like that you
some
want
ha-
your life to reflect and
Yeah.
what you want everything to be. And it really, that was sometimes you just don't realize. I was like, but Adele is good. And like, you know, all these
I mean,
people.
she's great,
And-
but she's going to make you cry every time.
100%. And don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
You know, some days you got to feel your emotions fully. If you're feeling that way, like, absolutely. Like, listen to some sad
let
stuff,
it
you
out,
know?
cry it
Get
out.
it out.
Yeah.
But, you know, I feel like constantly, right, for me at least, it was waning or like wearing on me. So I was like, let me just do something opposite of what everybody else is doing. And it wasn't even intentional, really. I feel like it was just kind of how I am. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I
Like-
used to listen to like heavy rock, Korn and System of a Down
Same.
and like things like Deftones and shit like that.
Yeah.
And now I was, not to brag, but I was one of the top Steely Dan listeners.
Oh.
Like, you know how they give you like the Spotify breakdown?
mhm.
I listened to so much fucking Steely Dan this year. It was insane.
There's the
So like that, it's a
0.1%.
major switch, you know what I mean?
That's awesome.
Like I'm all about the horns now.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
It's
That's so cool.
It's just, you know,
yeah, it's been so awesome.
yeah. I rarely now listen unless I'm like really working out or
Right,
something
right.
and it calls for it. I don't really listen to angry music.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Interesting.
yeah, made a big 180
big switch,
there.
right?
Yeah.
I'd say I still listen to it too. Like my favorite band still to this date, because that's funny that you said the top 1%, because my favorite band, I was the top 1%, like listeners,
Nice. Yes.
Dance Gavin Dance. I don't know if you guys ever heard of them. They're super, like, they were kind of underground, but I've been listening to them since 2008.
I'll have to look it up.
7.
Yep, I never heard, but I will check it out.
It's like post-hardcore music though, so it's got
Okay.
a nice combination of scream and clean vocals. Anyway, I don't know. I barely listen to rap, honestly. I still kind of listen to like a lot of rock, more positive rock. Like, I don't know. Like there's this band called Gold Necklace that's really dope too, and just their instrumentals are fire, and it's kind of more upbeat and positive. But
Very cool.
But yeah, I don't.
And do you have some of that like rock influence kind of seep into your hip hop music and your rap music?
Yeah, I would say so. There's this song that I remixed. Like somebody made a remix of Metallica's One, and made it a hip hop beat, and I rapped over that, and I thought that was pretty cool.
That's sick.
Yeah, and there's definitely rock elements in some of my songs. You know,
Nice.
I have a lot of not a lot of music, but I have like 4 albums out right now, so I'm trying to like go through, and I definitely have like rock elements in each one. I would say, it's just kind of like all over the place, just
And
whatever I'm feeling at the time.
Do you have someone you work with to like produce this stuff and mix and? Or do you?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Shout out to Eddie Rock. Shout out to Cappy, Kevin Carbo. Shout out to Zach K. Honestly, you guys remember, or do you remember Zach?
I think so.
He's a producer too. He was a year under me. He went to Seacrest.
Sounds familiar.
But I mean, there's definitely a team. Like, you know, I produce my own music, but I don't release the beats that I produce, because I never felt like I was like, I don't know if it's like good enough, whatever. But now I'm getting to the point, like the next albums I'm going to release are going to have some of my beats on there too.
Nice.
Which finally I'm like, all right, this is great. But I definitely have help, and I could not have done this alone. Like, definitely not. Thank you to everybody that's supported and that's helped me out along the way, for real. Like,
Really cool.
Hell yeah.
yeah. But yeah, I mean, like, I'm fortunate enough to work with people that, you know, they like work in the industry too, you know. Like, I met this kid, and he was coming out of his garage. He opened up a studio, and my friend kind of linked me with him. And that was how I first got into the studio and started making music. And I dropped my first album in maybe 2014, I want to say. And yeah, he ended up like moving to LA. He got signed to Universal, and now he's like working with artists. I don't even see him as much anymore, but I still got mad appreciation and love for him. You know what I'm saying?
That's really cool.
He's the dopest. That was Cappy. But yeah.
It's good to have good friends, you know?
Yeah.
They know what the fuck they're doing.
Yeah, honestly. And I mean, I'd still be doing it regardless, but I'm so grateful. So yeah.
So you have a song that's going to be on the radio today, right?
Tonight, yeah.
Tonight, dude.
Like,
Congrats.
I said, thank you. I think 8GS Radio, from, I think they're in Newark, New Jersey, something like that.
That is awesome.
Thank you. This is like the first time I've been on the radio, so
That is so cool.
I'm happy about it. you
Yeah.
know?
No one listens to radio anymore, but it's like
It's still dope.
to us who like grew up with the fucking
I would
radio.
freak
It's
out.
sick. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like that's
Yeah.
back in the day. That's how you knew you made it.
Right.
Was when you were on the fucking radio.
It's true.
So
Yeah,
I
no,
still
yeah.
listen to the radio. So
yeah, I mean, we do still listen to the radio, but I don't. I think we're in the minority there.
yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
It was hard with the commercials for me, but I still, you know, every once in a while, I guess online radio, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, tune in. I mean, you know, I think I don't know if I sent you the link, but I'll send it to you.
I will.
Yeah.
I will be watching. Or
Yeah,
please
not
send
watching.
it.
Listening.
Yeah.
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 Can't watch the radio.
And people were asking me like, oh, so what are you gonna talk about? And I was like, wait, no, I'm not on a talk show. I was like, but I didn't tell anybody I was doing this yet. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to. But yeah, no. It's just a song. They're gonna play a song. They might play a couple. I'm not sure.
Do you know which song they're gonna play?
It's a song called With Time, produced by Zach K. Shout out Zach K.
Nice.
From Seacrest. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Seacrest crew.
I just called him this morning to tell him that because I hadn't been able to get a hold of him, and it was just a cool, surreal feeling. He's like, bro, he's like, I woke up this morning with a really great feeling. He's like, I didn't know why. He's like, but now I know why. He's like, this is dope, blah, blah, blah. And I don't know, man. It's just cool to see. Like, I like collaborating with people that I actually know, too. And it just makes it that much more meaningful. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yes.
I love collaborating with people I don't know. Don't get me wrong. But yeah, when you can make it with your friends, like, that's the best. That's the best
Absolutely.
feeling in the world.
Yeah.
You guys know.
That's why I like Wes Anderson movies. He uses like all
Yeah.
that same crew every time for the same
Yeah.
movie. It's just cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So not only are you going to be on the radio, but you have a music video that's coming out like next week or the week after that.
Okay, it's probably the single's gonna drop January 5th. It's called Starlights. That's gonna be dope. Music video will probably drop a couple weeks or like a month after that.
Okay.
I'm not sure. We're still editing the video.
Okay.
So it's almost out, but the single's definitely dropping.
Nice.
So yeah, and I have music coming in 2024. Like I took like a 3-year hiatus. Thank you. I took like 3 years off. I maybe dropped one single this past year, and I just needed to step away because I felt like I was chasing myself. You know, I kept dropping, and you know, little token for all you guys is like that's not the way, bro. Like you can't just like if you want to do something with it or you want people to listen, because now in this day and age, with the short attention span and the social media, it's like you have to drop singles or you have to drop EPs if you want to be successful, which I am not a fan of, by the way. Like I would rather just drop my albums and whatever.
And then like take a year.
Which,
you know.
exactly. Which I did, but it's like that didn't really get me anywhere. So, you know.
Yeah, the pressure to keep putting stuff out. It's the way it is now.
It's just a balance that you have to maintain. And honestly, as long as you're doing what you love, again, like that's all that fucking matters. Like I don't really try to play into like the gimmicks of the game, even though I still do just because, you know. Yeah. That's what people want to see, but whatever. Like, I don't know what I'm trying to say. I guess I'm just trying to say, like, just do what you love. That's it. I don't know.
No, I hear
We've done
you.
all the gimmicks on this fucking show.
It's not, I'm not saying saying it's like gimmicks, but you know, I respect you guys.
The smelling salts. We did all the dumb shit they do on the podcast. So like, yeah, we tried it all. So
I'm not trying to offend anybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause I do it too, but
that's the way it is.
Know.
That's the way of the world now.
Yeah,
you know?
it's just how it is.
Yeah.
I relate to what you're saying though about how that changed a lot in music, and like around, I don't know, it was like 2016, 2017, and that's when SoundCloud and things like that kind of started to happen, and I could see a lot of artists slowly coming up just because it was like, oh wow, they have a new song out every other week, and like it really did. We talk about this all the time.
Attention, you know?
Yeah, we
People
miss albums and listening to things from beginning to end, and
even still, with my favorite artists, I'll play their album maybe one time through or a couple of times through, and then there's new music coming out or there's something the next week, and I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna listen to this new music, and sometimes it gets lost in the shuffle.
It's not
Doesn't
good.
matter how big or small you are. It's just, it's unfortunate. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like people really need to appreciate albums still and really give it a fair try. But hey, you know, I mean, that's just the way the world's going right now. So.
It's the short form media, and it's getting shorter and shorter, and our attention spans are getting smaller and smaller. So it's, I think
I'm turning into a goldfish. So.
We gotta start appreciating the old shit.
Yeah.
Taking the time to listen through like a whole album, not just a couple of songs, like the whole album, which I like to do.
Yeah,
Me too.
That's why I appreciate an artist who spent years on it. You know.
Yes.
There's a lot of blood, sweat, tears. Yeah.
And then those artists have to go on tour and they got to promote it and then whatever. Like there's no time in between where they can take a break, be inspired to write new shit and like go through new experiences. If they're just, you know, writing, producing, and touring, there's no, when are you actually going to be able to
enjoy it, right?
Yeah. And bring quality
or make
stuff
new
to the
shit.
table.
Yeah, make some really good new shit.
Mm.
So I see on social media that you like to cook.
Oh,
You're quite a cook, bro.
Oh, thanks, man.
What is your favorite thing to cook?
Oh shit! Lately, it switches. But lately it's been salmon piccata. You ever heard of piccata? It's like a very lemon pasta dish.
Do you make it thin?
No.
No, you don't. You can't smash a salmon.
I kind of chop it up. I just do pieces.
Okay.
Because it's gonna be in pieces when I put it in my mouth anyway. You know.
Right.
I mean?
That makes
like,
that makes sense to
me.
me.
Pause, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying. So I'll just do I'll do lemon, you know, vegetable stock, and
do you do the
I put
capers?
whole lemons. Oh yeah, capers.
Do the capers?
Yeah. Over pasta.
Profesh,
it's
dude.
so good, bro.
Nice.
You know. And it's easy, man. You just, you know, if I don't know how to do something, most of the time when I cook, it's on the fly. But if I want to make a specific restaurant dish, because after COVID, I stopped going out to eat like a lot. You know? I love to sit down in restaurants before, and I was a server for like 10 years. But now I'm just kind of like, I want to cook at home. You know what I mean? I want to make this because I feel like I can make something better than what I'm paying for at a restaurant. and and I'll have leftovers, and it's gonna be it's just a
You
win-win.
save money. And,
It's all that. So
believe it or not, I taught her how to cook.
Oh snap!
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yes.
you really
What's up?
did.
Yeah.
Chefing it up.
I
Yeah.
was a server.
Not like that I'm a great cook or anything, but
Hey.
she really knew nothing.
Nothing.
I'm sure you are though. You know what I'm saying?
I've
You'll have
gotten
to-
better. We did
You were
Hello Fresh.
fantastic.
What do y'all like to cook?
My favorite thing is burgers. I do a smash
Yeah,
burger.
you're really
Oh,
good at
burgers. I
burgers.
thought you said birds. I was like, what?
No.
Like what kind of bird? What, just like a
Just,
bird
you
that
know,
you saw,
pigeons.
that you saw on the
Wild
window, or-
Pigeons.
quail.
Yeah.
Whales, blue jays,
Kind of my specialty.
cardinals, any Florida birds.
Oh my.
It's fair game.
Anyway, no.
No, I do a smash burger. I got like the flat top grill,
Oh yeah, dude.
and I smash them real thin, and I do it with just salt and pepper, no like fancy, seasonings, and it's kind of like an old diner style burger,
I love that. Yeah.
but it's my favorite thing to cook and to eat. But
Mhm.
recently, I went to the doctor, and they were like, "Sir, your cholesterol is fucked."
The rule.
so I had to stop with the burgers.
I feel you. Yeah. Hey, man. It's hard. It's hard.
Like they were like, "You're at the end of the scale, sir."
Oh my
Like,
gosh, bro.
We were like throwing nonstop burger parties. Like it's out of control. Like Burger King.
yeah, and
over
everybody
here.
was like, "Oh, I gotta have your burgers, bro.
Yeah.
I'm hearing all this shit about." So that's
So
like,
you
come
just-
on by.
You're
I'll
like,
make
perfect. I get to make more burgers. Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, got a little out of control.
Love that though.
It is so funny.
Hey, veggie burgers, man. You could get, you could
Dude,
try to.
yeah.
We do have,
I recently ate a black bean burger that was as good as a smash burger. It was
No way.
fucking delicious. Dude.
organically twisted.
Okay, yeah. I've
Yeah.
heard of that.
Their
That's
black bean
nice.
burger
I haven't
is
tried it, though.
insane,
I'll have to try that.
and it has macaroni and cheese on it. That's somehow
Oh,
vegan
no,
or
get
It's
something.
a special they do all the time.
That
Yeah,
guy's fucking sick.
he really is. He is so
He's
talented.
like a Willy Wonka of vegetables.
I'm trying to remember his name right now, and I'm so sad. Dang.
The
but
colors though, like
he's
he's
so
got
great.
all the colors and shit. It's like
Yeah.
and it looks fake because it's so well done and put
and
together.
he grows everything in his backyard
yeah.
That's amazing.
here in
Yeah.
town. Yeah,
That's the goal, right?
Shout out, organically twisted.
we love
favorite
you.
favorite lunch spot.
They know. They see us a lot.
So speaking of our favorite thing, we do a segment on the show called "That's
My
shit."
Shit.
That's my shit.
So I'm going to just like you rapid fire some questions. There it is.
It's my shit.
There it is.
Yeah.
And,
all right. Rapid fire.
You tell me what your shit is.
All right.
Favorite genre movies. What's your shit?
Comedy. 100%. That's my shit.
Favorite holiday movie.
Home Alone.
Yes.
Yeah, dude.
Yes.
Yeah, bro.
Right answer.
Favorite music to poop to.
Shit.
Shit.
I don't really. Yeah. I gotta do it. No, let's see. I would say probably just some like Afro beats. Like you know what I'm saying? Just some chill. Get the vibes going. Get the rhythm going.
Yeah,
you know what
yeah.
I'm saying?
Okay, I like
Yeah.
it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I was gonna say Coldplay for some reason.
Oh my god.
Not that I like Coldplay. It's not that I think they're shitty. I just think it's like good pooping music.
Soothing.
I mean, Red Hot Chili Peppers would have been funny too. But
Yeah. Yeah. Oh. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind
Because your butthole's red hot.
and yeah, with those bean burgers too. I mean,
yeah.
you
Yep.
know what I mean?
Favorite place to travel.
Oh, I haven't been a lot of places, but I love New Mexico.
Nice.
That
Very
place
cool.
is Santa Fe is amazing.
Favorite time of year.
Right now,
Wintery.
yeah, winter. I would
Christmassy.
say. Yeah,
Is it
it's
like
beautiful.
just winter in general or like Christmas time?
Winter in general.
Yeah.
You know, because I don't know, not everybody celebrates Christmas or whatever. I do. We do as a family, but yeah, just wintertime in general. I love the snow. I love that it looks like it's raining, but it's completely silent when you're somewhere where it snows. Like midnight, it's snowing, and like maybe it is Christmas Eve or something like that, and you're just looking out the window and it's just quiet and peaceful.
Just like Home Alone.
Yeah, exactly.
Just like that beautiful scene in Home Alone,
Yeah.
which
I
we
wouldn't
learned,
know.
which we learned was a real that was like the one day it was snowing, and the
What?
team was like all
Yeah.
on
That's so
standby,
cool.
and
Yeah.
for when like the one day in Chicago it had snow, and everybody ran to the location of the house
No way.
and got the shot of
The
like little
perfect shot.
Kevin and his mom in the snow.
Beautiful.
I know.
Shout out Macaulay Culkin.
Yeah.
You know.
Love
Yeah.
him.
Yeah. Even Kieran Culkin too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I don't
we
know.
actually just
Have
talked
you guys
about
seen
that.
Succession?
No,
No.
Oh, you should. Well, I don't know if you have HBO, but if you don't, ask a friend because
we do.
We do.
that
It's
show
lazy.
is phenomenal.
We've heard a lot of really good things.
Yeah.
And Kieran
Just been
Culkin was
lazy about it.
hilarious in that.
Isn't Paul Giamatti on that?
I can't remember. He might have.
Did I make that up?
I just can't remember. I don't know.
I think I'm wrong. I just like Paul Giamatti.
She always thinks Paul Giamatti's in everything, but he's just not.
I'm very face
sorry.
blind as well. Like
It's
really
always
bad.
Paul Giamatti. He's not in it.
I love you, Paul Giamatti. You're my guy.
All right, so
a
favorite
good actor.
place to fart?
In my car.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
good
dude,
answer.
come on,
Yeah.
man. You got to.
Yeah. Favorite side dish at a restaurant?
I wanted to say maybe like mashed potatoes and gravy, man. You know, or
Yeah.
French fries, any kind of potato.
That's
Yeah.
my shit.
You know what I'm
Your
saying?
potatoes.
Yeah, that would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Favorite female rapper?
Oh, jeez. I would say, damn, bro, that's a lot. No name. No name.
Good
I would say.
answer.
Yeah.
What about you? Favorite female rapper? Oh, she's
Oh, snap.
that's got
I wasn't
serious.
expected.
Oh,
I'm
snap.
like not expected to be put on the
We're
spot.
gonna be here for like another 10 minutes.
I know.
There are a lot of talented female
There
artists out there.
are.
And they don't get enough recognition.
That's
for real.
true. Who would my answer be? Chica.
See, I don't even know who that is.
So there you go.
Wow, I feel embarrassed.
I don't know either.
Chica. I'm gonna look it up.
She-
And I'm
We're
gonna
gonna
listen.
both have
She
to
had a
look it up.
really
Yeah.
good EP during COVID.
I'm gonna be honest. I was never really a big hip hop guy. I was always a rocker because I play guitar. It's always been my thing. And she has sort of brought me into the fold, and I have a newfound appreciation for hip hop music.
I'm so glad.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm so glad.
Congratulations,
Yeah.
man. Welcome to the club.
Yeah.
I'm trying
You
to
know?
open my mind a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Who's somebody that she's introduced you to that you like or like?
Probably Kendrick Lamar has been one of the big ones.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And Drake. I
He's
mean,
dope.
I
Also
know
dope.
it's like an obvious answer.
No,
but like,
but I mean, yeah, he's popular for a reason.
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
So
No,
not
you-
only is it Hanukkah and Christmas and New Year's,
Yes.
but just recently, it was your birthday, bro.
Hey.
So it's a tradition around here.
I love that you have the candle. That's so crazy. That's awesome.
Happy
Oh,
birthday
guys.
to you.
Thank you so much.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, dear Zay. Happy birthday
to you.
Thank you.
Hold on.
Man, that means the world. Thank you guys so much.
Okay, ready? Go ahead.
Oh yeah.
Blow it out.
Oh, I thought I was expecting you to fart for some reason. Hey.
I'll put a fart noise in the edit.
I was like, is he gonna blow it out?
Hurry.
Oh shit.
He can't hold it much longer.
I'm gonna blow.
Oh shit.
That was priceless.
Happy birthday.
Thank you so
Happy
much.
birthday, bro.
Also, why I love winter. You know,
Yeah.
Oh,
birthday's
yeah,
10
see-
days before Christmas, so
Right.
hey, yeah. And we
Mine's-
have my whole family is like Sagittarius almost. You know,
That's fine.
like my mom's, my
Him.
brothers, like everybody. Yeah.
Same, dude.
When's your birthday?
November 29th.
Yeah, dude. All
Yep,
right, happy
yep.
belated.
Thank you, dude.
What about
Yep.
what about you? You're-
Scorpio.
Scorpio. See, yeah, I always have good friends that are Scorpios.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for sure.
We're
Yeah.
deep.
That's dope. Yes,
Yeah.
for sure.
Good stuff.
Okay.
Good stuff.
Love it.
Yeah, and I have almost a Halloween birthday. I'm October 28th. So I feel like we're always like
Yeah.
celebrating some fun holidays.
For sure.
So you mentioned that you're taking a break from smoking weed. Is there a reason that, or you just were like, you know what, I need some time?
Let me preface that by saying I fucking love weed, you guys. I fucking love marijuana. Can I ding it?
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. Nah, shout out to weed. But
We agree.
you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
But
What would I do without you?
yeah, I just, as an artist, we all have our vices and all that bullshit. We all got to get through the day in some way, shape, or form. But I felt like I was doing more than just weed. I'm going to be honest with you guys. Like, I was doing a bunch of drugs. Like, for the past 17 years, I've been on and off recreationally using whatever. So for me, it was like I'll smoke weed, and then I'm like, I could get an 8-ball.
Right.
Like, I could go, fucking. I'll do some fucking Molly. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I'll do it multiple days in a row. Like,
Right.
but again, appreciative of the experiences that I've had on everything that I've done. And I love weed, and I'll probably go back to it. But like, I just needed to step back and look at myself and be like, all right, bro, like, are you really gonna are you gonna get some stuff done? It started off as a creative thing for me. It made me more creative. Everything sounded better. Everything like looked better. Like, it was just beautiful. And then it got to the point where it was like, all right, I'd smoke and I would just be like, all right, normal. Like, nothing would happen. No effects, no nothing. Right. And so maybe just a tolerance break. Maybe it's going to be forever. I'm not really sure yet. I want to go at least a year before I do anything else again.
Yeah.
Just to see what it feels like, because
You're
I
brave,
don't
man.
remember what it's like to have emotions. And it's been 11 days, bro. And I will tell you, this has been the longest 2 weeks of my fucking life. Like,
I bet.
up, down, roller coaster of emotions, bro. And I've been getting angry. I've been getting sad. Like, I wake up every day just like, all right, here we go again. Like, let's go. And, I feel like now that I'm not doing it, I feel like people think that I'm on drugs more so than when I was on drugs. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Right.
This
You're not yourself.
You're acting
this guy
weird.
is zooted right now.
Yeah.
This guy's on coke or some shit. You know what I mean? But I
You're
just
just in your car having a little cry. Like,
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
He's not doing well.
You used to be so nice. What happened?
Yeah.
It's like, yeah,
That's
man.
funny.
So I don't know. It's just just a personal choice. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like I respect everybody for what they do, and I couldn't speak for anybody else's situation but my own. You know what I'm saying? And for me, it was just like I just wanted to switch it up, just get a little different perspective, see how it goes. If it doesn't work out, like, it wasn't even addiction. Like, I feel like I could just stop whatever and I'd be okay. I never really felt, except for nicotine. Nicotine is the only thing I think about every fucking day, dude. Like, weed, I'm like, you could smoke right now, like, light up a joint, I'd be fine. You could ask me, and I'd be like, no, I'm cool, but, like, whatever. I love the smell. I'll look at your nugs, and I'll be like, oh, you know what I mean? Like, this is dope. It smells like this, whatever. I was in
But the smell of the cigarette.
Yeah.
Dude, we watched the Leonard Bernstein movie.
Yeah.
And he smoked cigarettes through the whole thing. And by the end of it, I was like, I want
We both-
cigarettes
yeah.
so
Wow, Circle K is sounding really good right now.
I haven't
yeah.
smoked in like years.
Yeah.
legit.
Yeah,
dude.
we
But
quit
I
probably a
was
couple years ago. Yeah.
That's so cool. It's funny how movies do that. Like, for me, that movie was Secret Window with Johnny Depp. He had a pack of fucking L&Ms and he was a writer. And I was like, bro, I want a pack of L&Ms right now. Like,
Yeah.
I just see somebody smoking stuff. I'm
Damn,
like,
that looks
oh,
good.
God. I'm almost asking, like, because I'll be working, like, I do DoorDash or like, not DoorDash, Uber Eats on the side. So I'd be seeing people sitting on their porch or like on the stairs, like fucking smoking stokes. I'm like, you should ask him for a cigarette right now. Like, you should give him $1 for a cigarette. I'm like, nah, bro. Like, just chill. Like, calm down, bro. It's so hard,
Dude, it's
every day.
It's
But
crazy that we've never had you at our house because we order so much fucking food off Uber Eats.
crazy, right?
Dude, we're like the worst offenders.
That's so funny.
Such a lazy piece of shit.
No, I do it too.
Bring it up.
I do that shit too. Yeah, for sure.
We're like,
Like,
we
it's like-
love to cook.
it's like
and
And the place is like 5 minutes from the house, and I'm like,
and I grew up in a home where like we were lucky to go to a restaurant on your birthday.
if
Do
our
you know what I
dad
mean?
hears this, he's gonna hate me.
We lie completely to my family because they would not be able to handle
Yeah,
this.
we
That's so
spend
awesome.
extra
But-
That's so
money
funny.
that we don't need to on.
Oh, we all
On food. Yeah.
I do
Tip
it
'em.
too.
Oh
Give him
man.
a good tip.
I feel you. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's fun.
Yeah.
it is. It's just something nice. It feels like Christmas.
Yeah.
Legit.
Yep.
I'm like, what? I didn't even have to do anything. I'm just watching Netflix stoned on my couch, and I'm like, oh shit, I think my order's here. But have you guys? Let me ask you this.
I already know what you're gonna
'Cause
say.
you
I
already
don't know, dude. And the answer is yes.
Yeah, you have, right? We've all probably fucking done it. It's like 2 a.m. You're stoned as fuck, and you're watching your favorite movie. And you're like, I'm gonna order DoorDash, and you're like, you play this game where you're like, is the Sandman coming, or am I gonna stay awake for this, or blah blah blah, and you kind of fight it, and then you like wake up a little bit, and you're like, fuck, he's not there yet. Oh, order got delayed. Fuck. All right, no, cool. I got like 2 more minutes. Next thing I know, it's like 8 a.m. or like 7 a.m. I'm waking up earlier than normal. Like, fuck, fuck, what the
There's
fuck?
food.
Where's my fucking food? I'm like, I look
No.
outside and I'm like, no, dude.
There's
like,
ants and shit all over
yeah,
it.
bro.
Yeah.
Like, no. Whatever. That shit.
That's
that
not
shit
what I
is
thought
like-
you were gonna say.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, we have.
that's,
follow-
that's way funnier
that's-
than.
It's way funnier. Yeah.
I thought you were gonna say that they fuck up the order because it happens like probably 8 out of 10 times where you do the Uber Eats and you do the whole goddamn thing and half your fucking order arrives.
Oh, yeah. Well,
I
sometimes
didn't even think that's what he was going to say.
people be getting.
What
hey,
did you think?
I thought you were going to ask me if I did Instacart, and I was going to be like, hell yes, I do that too.
Just revealing all of our dirty secrets today.
I'm sorry, but like
love
as
that.
a woman, to have that huge part of life like taken care of,
And they just drop
Here
that.
you
it's
go.
like
Yeah.
3 hours to my day are like instantly added
Yeah.
that like most women don't have, and so I'm like hella grateful for that. That's
that.
yeah, it's very very nice. I'm very appreciative.
It is convenient,
Sorry, I got so excited about it.
No, that's awesome. That's awesome. I personally like ordering Instacart. Yes, doing Instacart. I tried that for a little bit. Fuck that shit. Especially if you don't like, because I'm at a Publix that I don't know.
Right.
You're
I can
used to
imagine.
something being in this aisle, blah, blah, blah. You go to a completely new place. I'm like, I don't know where anything is.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Yep.
fuck, bro.
You got to go
like,
to your Publix.
Yes.
Or
You
you're
know,
lost.
You're looking for these specific pita chips, and they're like not in the chip aisle. They're underneath the fucking, somewhere in the deli or some
Yeah, the
shit.
side
I'm like, bro, why is
cabinet,
it by
yeah.
the cheese? Like, okay, all right, whatever.
No,
and then,
thank
and then
you.
they change it on you. That's another thing. Like even your
Always.
own place
Yeah.
will be like, you know what? We're gonna take the cheese and we're gonna put it on the other fucking end.
Yeah,
Just to like really mess with people.
100%, man.
So
The meats
true.
are here, but we're gonna put the cheese over there, and then the bread that's gonna be way the fuck down there. So like nothing. If you're trying to make a sandwich,
Mm-hmm.
you
Oh
gotta go
God, yeah.
across. You gotta walk at least half a mile.
It's so true. Yeah.
No, but honestly, shout out to all Instacart shoppers. We appreciate you and we love you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because
No, we really love
it's-
you.
We
it's-
love you.
Yeah.
we appreciate the shit out of you guys. Just try to get the order right.
Yeah, for
You
real.
know, and then we'll appreciate you even more.
Yeah. Sometimes people get hungry too. Like I've had that too. My DoorDasher would just be like, I'm gonna eat this chicken sandwich.
I think that's what it is.
And I'm like, oh, okay, all right. you
Yeah.
know, bet.
That's-
Reach in a couple of fries, and then you get there and like half, not even half the fries. You're like, this isn't.
I try to make sure I eat a meal before I go out and do my deliveries because I know
The
I already
smell
know. It's just
Of
it's
all
so-
that fried food is damn, it's intoxicating.
Dude, yeah. I was a waitress for like 15 years, and the amount of French fries that I've seen eaten right off of someone's plate right before it goes down on the table. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
people have no idea.
Thieves.
It's bad.
Do you
all
remember?
the dirty secrets.
So many.
Do you remember a guy from school named Ross?
We'll edit it out. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine. We'll bleep it.
Oh,
Ross,
my bad, my bad.
Yeah, yeah.
No,
No,
it's
you're
fine.
fine. You're
Okay.
fine.
No, I think we already said this once on another podcast. But he, do you remember what he used to do in the bathroom?
The aerial shit,
Dude,
Come on, bro.
yeah,
You be going in and then you just see him sitting there. He's like, "What's up, bro?" I'm like, "What the fuck?"
Up there, like,
his
You are
legs
kidding
hanging
me.
over. No, not kidding.
I mean,
not
So this
shitting
is like
you.
the third person I know to now tell me this story.
It
So I
was
really
an
believe it
aerial
now.
shit. It was a definite thing, like all the time.
All the
you
time.
you never knew when you would run into Ross in the fucking.
But it was a
bathroom. Or
definitive
you'd see his
thing.
leg
That
just flipping
dude-
over. Like you wouldn't know who'd walk in, and then just all of a sudden a calf is just like, pop.
yeah.
Like
When it was, if you were in there and Ross came in, you were not safe because he
You're
would
not.
immediately start talking to you and like looking through the crack and like trying to
no
see what
sense
was
of
going
boundaries.
on in
Love
there.
the kid though.
Yeah, yeah,
Sorry.
Yeah.
How did he get up there though? Like he was nimble. He would just lift himself.
yeah. Like
Oh,
he did
yeah.
like a
He
a
Oh.
wall walk.
the wall walk. Yeah.
Okay,
Uh-huh.
like Mission Impossible shit.
And
He's
then
going up there.
Spider-Man, all fours, up on the highest part
Wow.
of the stall. Sorry, I forgot I was on my podcast. He was all the way up there, and then you'd hear the plop from a good, I don't know what, 6 feet up.
Would
Yeah,
he
it had to be.
signal like right before he would plop, or it's just all silence?
Oh,
I think there was all sorts of cheering and yelling and craziness going on.
It would be crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. 100%.
From other people or
Yeah.
from him?
Yeah, yeah.
What about him? What is he doing?
It was normal to him. This was like just a day in
had-
the life of Ross. Like,
Yeah, his
that's
face
it.
was just like a normal,
Yeah, he's like, "What's up, man?"
pretty unfazed.
Definitely.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. I'm so glad that you remember this, dude.
Definitely, definitely something that was.
I'm not even gonna edit
was
out
special.
his name.
What a
was
legend.
special, you know?
What a legend.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is Turd Talks lore. I mean, wow.
And the fact that you said aerial dump, you knew exactly because
did the
that's what we call it.
Yep.
It's the aerial dump.
That's
Yep.
what it is.
That's
yeah.
what it is. That's what it is. Damn.
At my school, people were doing drugs in the bathroom.
Not at,
but-
not at Seacrest. No drugs.
Just shits.
Zero drugs. Just crazy shit like that.
Yeah, just Cirque du
Just
Soleil.
Ross. Just
pooping.
Ross.
Yeah, okay. It's
And no
amazing.
one else ever did this. It was just Ross.
I imagine. I believe you. No
Yeah.
one else did.
It wasn't like carried on like through the years.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
I believe it.
Like the next
don't-
generation.
Although it would
of
be
students.
cool if he had a protege.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
He's like, you need to do this.
they're
kid."
practicing and shit. It's like some Mr. Miyagi shit.
Yeah.
You need to get up with this.
They're slipping and like falling in the toilet.
That's
like,
what I'm saying. It would take a real pro to execute this. So I don't know. They would need a lot of training, maybe some out school time to it.
He definitely.
They'd go to the mall to practice. Does he do it at the mall?
Oh, I bet.
I think anywhere where
sure.
it was where he was able to get up high, he would do it.
And that nowadays that would have been the best, TikTok short.
Yeah.
Anywhere, just filming him from like the other stall over or some shit.
Yep.
Like, man, that's a gold mine, Ross. If you're listening, bro, you should do that.
You wasted your life.
Ross, can we make a documentary about you? Let us know. Oh,
think-
man.
So
Ross. Oh my god.
I was hoping that if maybe I would try to beatbox, that you would do like a little freestyle-y and try to just throw some fucking rhymes over my terrible beatboxing.
Sure, I'm not I'm not the best freestyler, but we can get it.
Or
Let's
you could
get it.
just whatever. You could
No,
do
I'm
one
down.
of your
I'm down.
songs.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah,
All right.
whatever.
All right.
Let me try to. I'll try to think of something off the fly. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
Heck
Here we
yeah.
go.
For those of you who don't know, the name is IDeaL. I got the same mindset, just call that shit my equal. Got a swag like you never seen, it's only going up. Used to worry about them haters, now I just don't give a fuck. Damn, it's hard coming up, getting started, turning heads. You know good things don't come easy when you working for that bread. Getting everything I dreamed of, if you could, wouldn't you? Magazine status on the cover, GQ, flying fucking higher than I ever thought I could. Your girl here wishing that a motherfucker would. But don't worry, I ain't tryna be that guy. If I was looking for that sloppy drunk, I wouldn't have to try, huh? Now what's the fun in chasing that? Ladies wanna follow me, cause they looking for that stag, baby. Everything is good, why don't you sit here on my lap? Just hit that shit like a drum, rat-a-tat-tat, yeah. Hey. Yeah.
That was my fade out.
Yeah.
That was
That was
fire.
sick.
That was fire.
Thanks.
That was awesome.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank y'all.
Well, it's crazy that we're like coming up on the end of a full year of Turd Talks. I honestly can't even believe that we made it here.
Yeah.
It's been like really challenging, but also really rewarding and
Agreed.
awesome. And I'm proud of what we've done. And I'm proud of you too, man.
Thanks, man.
We've worked fucking hard. It's been like
Proud of y'all too.
it's been
I'm happy for you guys.
Thank
more than
you.
anything, yeah.
It's hard to be creative. You know what I mean? Especially
Yeah.
with things in the world being so shitty and weird.
Mm.
It's hard, but like we're pushing through. So thank you guys for listening and sticking with us, and thank you for being on the show, man.
Thank you for having me, man. I
We
really
pre-
appreciate
Really
that.
appreciate it.
Shout out to Caleb for
Yeah,
just
shout out
doing
Caleb,
all of
man.
this, all the behind work, all the
Get
planning,
outta
all the
here.
awesomeness.
Get
I don't
outta
care.
here.
The people
You're dope,
need to
man.
know. Seriously,
Thank you.
I'm proud of you.
Thank
And
you.
I think this has been the coolest, most fun adventure ever. And I just can't wait for next year.
Hell yeah! What a way to cap off the first season of Turd Talks.
Like, come on.
oh,
Absolutely.
and before you go, dude, I want a picture for the Wall of Fame for you to sign.
What?
Damn.
Yeah.
Yo, no way.
Please
bro.
join our wall over here.
Yeah, man.
That is amazing. Thank you guys. That's cool.
Yeah, dude.
Gives
Thank
me
you.
like nostalgia because first album ever.
I just like the colors. I thought it was dope.
There you go.
Thank you.
Thanks again, man.
Thank
Really
you. guys.
appreciate it.
Yeah. appreciate you.
And thanks for letting me do my beatbox.
For sure.